Hello everyone. Okay, wow. Look at my hair first thing in the morning. That's kind of crazy. But just realize that this is first thing in the morning and I want this message to actually resonate with you. I want it to be that you're watching this and I'm not only giving you advice, but I want you to actually reflect on what I say in this video. So the first thing that I'm going to say, when it comes to living to the fullest, you have to realize by having fun, everyone has different definitions of having fun. Some people want to be indoors, they want to feel relaxed, they want to be chill. And some people, they just want to be outside. And some people just want to meet new people, go to new places. So when it comes to having fun, it's not about showing people what experiences that you have and you're just showing people the highlights of it. Because you don't want it to be that you're not having a good time, but then you're showing other people that you are having a good time. So when it comes to having fun, it's really having fun and realizing that when you're in a routine, that once in a while you do something spontaneous. The reason why you may have a routine in the first place is because maybe your thoughts are scattered, maybe it's hard for you to be productive, and the only thing that really helps you is really a routine because it really fits the pieces all together like a jigsaw puzzle. Because for example, if your health is good, you have a good career, you have good people around you, you realize that no one can really stop you except from yourself. So when it comes to having fun, you have to realize that too much of a good thing is bad and too much of a bad thing is bad. And you have to realize that when you're having fun, it has a limit. Because if you do something you regret and you say something you regret, you can't really take it back because you've already done it. And I do understand that things are in the past, but you don't want it to be that people only know you for those types of things. Not only do you take accountability for the bad things that you may have done, but you just try your hardest not to do it again and you learn from it. And this isn't really the point that I'm trying to make. Because let's say you do something bad and you don't take accountability, you realize that you're going to do the same thing over and over again. And people always say that you learn the lessons by going through the same situation over and over again. When it comes to having fun, it's not about spending the most money, it's not about spending so much money that you can't really afford it. Because you have to realize that even though time is going by, you have less opportunities to gain experiences. And going back to what I said just now, it's not about spending the most money and it's not about showing people how flashy you are. It's not about trying to show people that you're having so much fun, but in reality, you're not having fun at all. And I wanted to say that you're usually going to have the most fun when you're by yourself because you know the things that you like to do. You know the people that you want to meet. And if you're not acting like the person that you want to meet, you're going to attract people that aren't like you at all. And then you start to wonder, why is it that you're friends with people that you have nothing in common with? When it comes to having fun, it's about trying something new and getting out of your comfort zone. And you don't want it to be that your comfort zone is so big that it's really hard for you to get out of it. You realize that people wouldn't want to be around you because you don't challenge yourself, you don't get yourself out of tough situations, and you let tough situations really hold you back. So that's what I'm going to say, because when it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, it doesn't mean doing the biggest thing and it doesn't mean getting over the biggest fear right away. You have to start building it up slowly. So when it comes to having fun, it's just showing up for yourself and realizing that your happiness, it comes from yourself. And other people, they need to add to your life. And other people, they need to compliment you very well. And it doesn't mean just give you compliments. The things that you like to do and the things that someone else likes to do, you realize that it complements each other very well. It may not be the exact same thing, but it's very similar. So you know, when it comes to having fun, people may say FOMO, they may say YOLO, they may say you only live once, or the fear of missing out. When you're not invited to places, you think it's like a bad thing. But instead, you need to actually think about it, because let's say you go to those places. Sometimes people feel the pressure of getting along with every single person. But not only that, sometimes you feel left out. And you don't want it to be that the people that you're hanging out with, they make you feel left out. And you don't want it to be that you're doing things for other people's validation. Because when you start doing things for other people's validation, you don't talk about the things you like to talk about. You don't wear the clothes that you like to wear. You don't want to be in places where people make you feel less of a person. And that's what I'm going to say, because if you can't tell people what it is that you really like to do, you realize that you're only going to meet people that you're always trying to people please for. And another thing that I'm going to say about having fun, you need to realize that by having experiences, it doesn't mean have experiences with people that don't want you around, people that only want you around just because there's no one else that they can really talk to. And you don't want it to be that people only want you around when there's no one else to talk to, because then you're just better off being alone. And what I've realized about spending so much time with myself is that time is going on regardless. That time doesn't wait for no one. And you have to make do with what you've got right now, but then try and find other ways of having fun. Because you have to realize that if you're wasting your time trying to think about one person in particular, you realize that one person may not be thinking about you. So you know how you're thinking about one person, that one person is thinking about someone else. Because this is something that I want you to take away from this video. You know, when you're having fun, the people that you care about so much that may not care about you, you start to think of them less. And you have to realize this as well, because when you're having so much fun, and when I mean fun, it means like going to new places, meeting new people. You have to realize that when it comes to the fear of missing out, it's all in your head. Because you have to realize it, that not everyone is having fun. And some people, they make their life to seem fun, but then when you actually spend time with them on a day-to-day basis, you realize that what you think is fun, someone else doesn't think it's fun. And it's the same thing for when someone else thinks that you're not fun as well. So other people can take you to different spots because they're normally outside, they know the best restaurants, they know the best places to hang out. But when it comes to you being indoors, you may just want to at least exercise indoors. You may just want to put on outfits indoors. So outfits that you wouldn't want to wear outside is something that you would want to wear for yourself. And it's outfits that make you feel comfortable, outfits that make you feel confident. And you have to realize that when it comes to really having fun, you don't want it to be that you've wasted so much time thinking about one person that you don't seem to have any fun at all. And I do understand, because when it comes to you just trying to meet certain people, you want people to be available for you, to be available all the time. You have to realize that time is going by anyway. And you have to realize that no matter where people are in the world, if they really wanted to meet with you, they would. And no matter how long it takes, you have to realize that communication is really the best thing for like any relationship. So it's friendships, relationships, that communication is really the best, and it's really the only thing to really solve any problem. You have things that you're working towards, and you're always working towards the next big thing, that you're never really satisfied. And you don't really celebrate your small wins unless you're with other people. And that's what I'm going to say, because not everyone is going to celebrate your small wins with you. Sometimes you have to celebrate your small wins on your own. And that's really most people's reality as well. Unless you have like siblings that you're like communicating with, that you're actually seeing. But you have to realize you're going to see your family more than you see your friends. It's really good to focus on quality time and not really just spending time with people all the time. Because when you focus on quality time, you start to value the conversations more, you start to value who's around you, and you really start to value that experience as well. Because you have to realize, if you was able to see the person that you wanted to meet all the time, either you will get bored of them or they will get bored of you. You don't get to see someone as often, so that's why you value them more. The last thing that I'm going to say, and then I'll go. So you know, for example, when you're having fun, you have to realize that everyone wants to be with someone at the end of the day. And I'm not just talking about relationships, but you want someone that would actually listen to you. And I feel like people would want that. But then also, I feel like people need to be like that for other people as well. Where if people start to listen to other people more, they feel valued and then they want to spend time with you. But you don't want it to be that all you're just doing is listening to people, but then you're not saying anything back. You have to realize that you need to show up for yourself, but then also the people that you meet, you want them to bring the best out of you. That if you're like having a bad day, you want someone that would actually listen to you and someone that's actually reliable. You want it to be that you're able to think of at least 3 to 5 people that you can have in your head, that you could just call them or message them and they will actually like respond back to you. And if you can't think of 3 to 5 people that would actually do that for you, where they'll message you, they'll call you back within a reasonable time, because people are usually on their phones anyway. Like, even if they are busy, they'll say they're busy, that they'll talk later. But you want it to be that when you're having fun, you want to be able to bring some people with you. So that's all I really wanted to say. Thank you for watching. And I feel like when it comes to having fun, it's just being spontaneous and just being open to new things. Because if other people can see that you're open to trying new things, it does really go a long way.